Hello there, you. I come bearing very exciting news. And if you follow me on social media, the cat has already left that particular bag. But the news is that Tara and I, in May, come May, will come what May, that's a song and a phrase, come May, the month of May, we are going to England. That's right, we are finally going home, not permanently. This is just a vacation holiday, as we say back in England, to England and to see my family, who I've not seen in 10 years. I mean, I owe them this, I think. I also owe myself this, I believe. I mean, it's been too long. There have been various reasons, which I've covered in a previous video during Vlogmas, as to why I've not been back in 10 years, but we are now finally rectifying that, and you can hear the quivering emotion in my voice. I mean, I'm thinking that when I do get there for the first time and I see my parents, I was about to say bump into my parents, it might be quite undignified. Not on my part, I'll keep it together. I mean, you know me, I'm a stalwart of emotion. But they're also that. They're British. There'll be no hugging. It'll just be, you know, hi, how you doing? Where was I now? That kind of thing. But, you know, for my part, I'll at least try and act emotional with an underlay of sad music. Because I've got to think about virality here. You know. And as for Grimsby, I think there is a part of me that will be genuinely choked. I was playing GeoGuessr a few months back and I accidentally landed in Grimsby. It was really weird and I recognised it instantly. I did shed a tear or two, mostly because I ended up on the Nunsthorpe estate. What are you going to do? But it is going to be good and we're excited to do it. We're probably going to stay in Grimsby for a few days, you know, soak up the atmosphere, soak up the local culture. I'm kidding. It's merely to see my family and to relive old days and get all that nostalgia, and then produce a video about it. I mean, it's like taking the Finding America series to England, right, and renaming it, obviously, Finding Grimsby, or Rediscovering Grimsby, something like that. I mean, I'll think of the name later. That's not important right now. The excitement comes from the fact that you will literally get to see my hometown and me in it and all of that good stuff. So very nice, very exciting. We haven't stopped laughing since. It's a really disturbing image to see me just constantly giggling like a prat. But, you know, England is going to be our oyster, of course, while we're there for those 2 weeks. And there are more places than just Grimsby that we want to visit. So once we've got the sentimental aspect of this out of the way, then we're going to see places, firstly, that Tara's never seen. I really, really want to take her to the city of York, the historic city of York. Those of you not in the know, as I pointed out in a previous video, in a few previous videos, York is actually not the originator of New York in terms of name. I've said this before. It was named after the Duke of York, but York, the city, nonetheless, is the city that he was the Duke of, and it is very famous for its Roman history, its Roman culture. So you find Roman ruins there, Roman buildings, things of that nature. There's even a wall that goes around the city that is of the Roman variety, and I'm just very excited to take her there. I've been many times and love it. I always cite it as among my favourite cities in the entirety of England. But there are some cities that I've not yet been to, and some places that I've not yet been to, and that's something else that on this trip I want to try to amend. Now, Tara and I have discussed quite heavily and are fairly set on a few places, but nonetheless, we would like to take suggestions from you lot. So in the comments below, you know, tell me, where do you want to see us go? Where do you want to see Finding England videos about? Is it places that you've been to before? Is it places you'd love to go? Is it places you've heard about but would like to know more about from the horse's mouth? I'm not a horse. I don't ever get that idea. But Bath is somewhere I want to visit. Not the Bath, although it's always nice, but the city of Bath in England. Again, a lot of Roman history. It's got those Roman bathhouses, and that's a part of its draw. So that might be something that we see. And not too far away from Bath is the Cotswolds. You know, that's a popular holiday destination, I think, even for quite a lot of Americans that go there that don't just stay in London. So we might look into that just to sort of give our take on what it's like to travel there and some of your best options for doing so, and also just because I've never been and I've heard very good things about it. It's just one of those places that escaped me while I lived there. You know, and just a word on the rest of the United Kingdom, so Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. You know, people have made suggestions that we visit parts of those countries, and I would happily do so. I have done, of course, in the past. So those suggestions are very much welcome, and we will look at them. But we are obviously constrained by time, so it really depends on sort of what we want to prioritise and where and when. It could be that this is just an England visit and that we'll do more of a UK one down the line in the future. So we'll look into that. But again, just let us know your suggestions and why we should do it. Because if 100 million of you, that's a lot, I don't have 100 million followers, if a few hundred of you say you've definitely got to go to Carnarvon Castle in northern Wales, then we'll go. Now you're all going to say that, and it's going to skew the data, so don't do it. But that's it. I just wanted to deliver the exciting news via my voice, because I think that the excitement doesn't quite translate through the written word. So I wanted you to see my horribly bearded face deliver this news. And, I don't want you to think that I'm abandoning you. Like I said, this is just a vacation. The want, the need, the desire to discover America is very much still alive. I mean, that's going to continue once we return. And you will still see many, many videos of me trying to work out American geography in quizzes and in real life. So that's to come. But we're going to get an amalgamation. I mean, we're taking this global now. Global as in 2 countries. But, you've got to start somewhere. So we will do that. Now, a quick reminder just before I sign off. If you would like to keep abreast of our updates around this trip to England, then I highly suggest following me on Instagram, which you can do right here, and also Twitter and Facebook. Those are the best places, because I'll be providing updates here on YouTube as well. But like I said, there's going to be the interspersement. Is that a word? I hope it is, because it's amazing. Interspersement of Finding America videos, videos about words, videos that have nothing to do with this trip, in other words. So I just wouldn't want you to have that fear of missing out on what I'm doing. It's really an invasion of my privacy when I think about it. But I'm allowing it. That's the thing. And it's like Brave New World. I'm just willingly enjoying my own oppression. Crazy times. All right, thanks for watching. Take care, and there'll be plenty more videos coming up, so stay tuned for those. Until then, bye. Thank you for watching this episode of Lost in the Pond. Don't forget to hit my stupid little face to subscribe, and please share this video with the world. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and if you would like to support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/lostinthepond.